Welcome back, everybody, to some more EU4. I was going to say Bologna, Baloney, but it's not. We're not even Italy anymore. We are finally the Roman Empire. Not sure if we'll play more EU4, by the way, after this. If you do want to see more, though, let me know. Maybe give me some suggestions for nations to be. We could be a custom nation, too, I guess. There's some options. May not be something that we use, but I always like to hear ideas, so let me know. This episode, I thought we might as well just play this through to the end of the game. There's not much of the game left. But when we look at our coalition map, it's dire. So anybody in stripes has a truce with us right now, so we don't have to worry about them straight away. Britain comes out of their truce in 1798, so just over a couple of years. Most of the Holy Roman Empire we're not going to have to worry about for about a decade, in that ballpark. However, let's say we want to declare war on one of them to break the coalition by having it all fire. They outnumber us pretty spectacularly. Even if we call in our allies, they still outnumber us, and all of my allies are down here, and that means not very useful. So, breaking them could be quite tough. We also may want to go after Russia. They will potentially join the coalition once they're not at war, and if they do that, then we're in for some awful times, like absolutely terrible times. So hopefully that won't happen. I don't think we're going to be able to threaten for land off any of the nations in the coalition because the coalition is so strong. So really there's two mindsets. So one is we attack. It would probably be Poland because of the Holy Roman Emperor, and they don't have any particularly interesting allies. We'd probably attack them. It might be somebody else in the HRE. But we go after them. That way have the coalition fire now, while Russia is busy beating up the Shun and Korea and everything down here, which is just terrible. Terrible news for us, but it's keeping them busy on the other side of the planet, which is what we care about. Alternatively, we could attack Russia. We could attack Russia now. Well, I don't know what a Russia is, but apparently I can't speak today. You could attack Russia first, hope the coalition doesn't fire, and that way we have a peace treaty with Russia, so we know they couldn't rejoin one. Because we don't really need any land off them. I mean, what we're going to take? This area? Not really worth a huge amount. I'd be much happier just having Russia break pieces off itself, and that way it spends time reclaiming them, we don't have to worry about it. I'm sure the Timurids want some of Russia back too. They've done really well in this game. Quite a lot of the time the Timurids just fall to pieces, but not in this game. But I am thinking, if we can find a nation in here that doesn't really have any allies to try and make the coalition fire with as few people as possible, that would be great. But realistically, if I look at Poland's allies, they're allied to Holstein, Lithuania, Trier, the Netherlands, Munster. They're all going to be in the coalition anyway. So it's just, it would work like they, practically speaking, don't have any allies anyway. But just through sheer troop numbers, I think we'd have a really, really hard time dealing with them. Just because when you go into a war and it's coalition members dragged in, you can't piece them out separately. So what you would have to do is declare a coalition, declare a war against a really weak nation in the coalition, beat the living turd out of them, and then try and force a peace treaty with them specifically. And that would at least delay everybody else rejoining the coalition for long enough that we would then be able to attack Russia without having to worry so much. So that's probably what we're going to do. So who do we want the target to be? We don't really want it to be Switzerland because almost all their forts are in the mountains. Ulm could be a pretty attractive target because they do have a level 8 and level 9 fort, but they're both on farmland. So if we attack Ulm, it pretty much drags in the same crowd. We can still bring allies in just kind of as fodder. We can't bring in the Timurids because they are hopelessly in debt, and even though we have more money than sense, because the Timurids are a great power, I suspect we can't pay off their loan. Yeah, they're a great power, so we can't perform that action. We could give them a gift, though. So that's probably not a bad idea either. So what we're going to do, we have 2 diplomats coming back soon. I'm going to start moving some troops around, because really, our priority is not our force. Although, we might want to spend the money to upgrade our forts, I guess. I almost never do it, but... Anybody that has a fort, let's just get it upgraded. So anybody that's got 0 in this list I know has a fort. That's why I don't have to look. Okay. So we're going to upgrade all those forts. Cost us a fair chunk of change. How long are these going to take to do? 2, 3 years. Not ideal, but we'll try and get it to press on. And then, yeah, what we're going to do, just before Britain comes out of the peace treaty, I think, is we're going to have to go and attack probably Ulm. It's interesting that Ulm's in a war right now anyway against Constans, but we can't make anything happen right this second right now. So we can unpause. And then, yes, we're going to give a big gift to the Timurids so they can try and get out of debt. And that, my friends, is why I don't play on Iron Man mode, because it crashed immediately. Be right back. Okay, let's try that again. Ah, dear, dear. Yeah, the joy of technology sometimes. So what I was going to say is, yeah, we're going to unpause now we've got a load of... Well, we're going to have to do it again. Set up all of our forts to be built. And then what we're going to do is try and deal with a load of the rebellions that we have going on, because we still have a lot of provinces being cored. Then we should be okay to start attacking Ulm before the peace treaty with Britain expires. So let's try that one again. There we go, didn't crash straight away this time. And if nations are going to leave, that would be even better. If they want to leave the coalition, that would be perfect. Less nations are Protestant, so the effect of being Defender of the Faith is now significantly lessened. Is anybody even Defender of the Faith? Oh, it's us. Cool. Oh well. What are you going to do? Yeah, people are... Oh, well, you entered the coalition. That's interesting. So 1 nation left. Oh, some are leaving, some are joining. Oh, a general died straight away too. Cool. Apparently, the reason why the game crashed is because a million different things were planned to happen, and it just didn't feel up to it at the time. Ulm's in a golden era. That still probably won't change the plan a huge amount, but we'll see how it goes. What great project can we upgrade? The Biblioteca. What's it do? Nothing of any relevance at this point in the game, so no, I'm good. Yeah, we don't have any more institutions to spread, so that is not helpful. Frankfurt's entered the coalition. I don't think some of these nations have any idea what they're doing. So it's interesting. So Ulm is not in the coalition anymore. Huh. Very, very interesting. I wonder if it's because they're scared of us. Anyway, who knows? What we were going to do, and I almost forgot, is we're going to send a really, really big gift over to the Timurids. Yeah, if you do shift, you can do it by 100. I don't think you can do it by any more than that at a time. We're going to send them 7,000-ish gold. I know they're only 3,000 in debt, but I want to make sure they pay it off, because the AI sometimes will just invest the money and not pay anything, which is really fun. But yes, I want to give them a giant gift so they can try and get out of their hopeless debt. We'll see if they do. We'll let the month tick over, then we're going to check it out. Korea's had to give up a few provinces. Russia's taken a load off Shun. That's not a huge surprise. They came out of that war quicker than I'd hoped. So really the question at this point is, do I have to attack them now? Because, yeah, if they join the coalition, we have problems. Yeah, they did use the money to pay off their debt, so that's good. Oh, I don't want to attack them yet. I think we might have to, though. But I'm worried that'll cause the coalition to fire. I think we should still do it. I'm not really ready, but I think we should probably do so. Overextension's pretty much gone away. We're only fractionally over our governing capacity, so that's fine. We're still making tons of money. What are the odds of rebellions going to be? Not too bad. Most of them are now negative. I think we should move. Where can I move troops from without anything pooping the bed, though? Probably down here. Do you think Poland's going to let us through with open borders? I don't think so. So I'm going to start moving troops over to Guria. Where is my transport fleet? There it is. Definitely going to need you over here. And then the big fleet, which is currently chilling out on vacation, I guess, in the Canary Islands. I'm going to want to put probably over here. Try and block some movement in the north. Still going to leave some troops in British territory in case they decide they want to do that, but that should be fine. And in terms of other troops, the Italian troops can start moving over. Going to move them to a slightly different province in case we get like attrition bonanza. This stat can come over. This stat can come over. And then it's going to be a case of kind of doing a bit of a dance around. So these two can come in this direction. I am going to play a slightly risky game and wait for my troops to move across partially before we attack them. Oh, we've gone back to a level 4. Perfect. Because, yeah, Constance has reverted back to Protestantism. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we don't want to declare on Russia quite yet because we're not ready either. They won't be, but we definitely aren't. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer than we would otherwise intend. These two stats can definitely come over. I don't want to overcommit. Oh, okay, Ulm's gone back into the coalition against us. That's fine. They probably just weren't in it because they were at war with Constance at the time, right? Makes sense. It would still just be the Timurids. I wonder if we could grab an alliance with anybody that would be useful for this. Also, we have 3 open diplomats. We don't need that. So put 1 for allies. That's perfectly okay. Who can we get an alliance with? Anybody useful? I mean, allying Japan just sounds like suicide. I don't know who Tonkin are. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really think I've ever looked at Tonkin as a nation before. Pretty much all the small nations in the Middle East will ally us, but none of them are very useful to us. We're already allied to Songhai, so Air and Yao are irrelevant. And I think Kilwa hates Somalia, so that would be a bad idea. Yeah, so there's no useful person to ally. Allying Shun at this point is an absolute waste of time. They are done. I can't believe I'm saying it, but of all the ally options on the table, Japan might genuinely be the most interesting one of the lot. How sad is that? Even if it would just be them being fodder. You know what? Let's have fun. Let's ally Japan and then tell them that we're going to give them land back if they declare war on Russia. They're going to get absolutely clowned on before we can get over there, but it'll keep Russia distracted. And it'll give them an area if they take land that will probably be pretty unstable. So as we have our stacks moving on up, and our trade fleet is now in place, I think we should be able to pretty much go now. Yeah, Japan will join if we tell them we're going to give them things, which we're not going to have to because I'm sure they're going to get wrecked first. Yeah, this is a bold and possibly suicidal move, but we'll see. So yeah, we're going to go attack Moscow. Try and take it out. we'll start moving more troops over than you two. I'm going to move... Well, you're already on the move, are you? Okay, I was going to say, you're attritioning, so that was either you moving or me being dumb. Or both, it can certainly be both. Going to move a couple other stacks over. Because I think we're going to need more manpower than I already have. Oh, 29 pirate ships in the Mediterranean. That's rude. Not a big deal, though. So I don't think they're going to have any significant troops over here right now. So I'm going to start trying to siege things immediately. I'm going to have to wait a day, see where I have open borders to. A jam, will you give me open borders? You will not, because you hate me. Fair. So you two are going to start here. You're going to attach to this ship, and we're going to have you land in Crimea. I'm not going to have... Well, I could have them land in Sevastopol. It's only a level 2 fort. Fine. Normally you want to just have an occupied area first, but that is such a weak location, I don't think we'll need to. Yeah, I know. Join the coalition because I look weaker than before because I'm attacking Russia. I get it. We get it. The other thing to keep tabs on is the Timurids might get open... Even though they're rivals, the Timurids are more likely to get open borders from a jam than we are. If they do, then we have to worry about Russia flooding through a jam. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But yeah, the Timurids have no manpower, same as Russia, but they do have, you know, nearly 500,000 troops, so I'd like to think they can do something. And yes, we do see that most of the Russian troops were, well, I say most, a significant portion were out in shunned territory. They're black flagged, so until they get back into their own land, they can't do anything. But I thought there would be more of them over there than there are. There's a few random Russian ships around, but I'm kind of just ignoring them. They're not that dangerous. You're 143 trade ships, you can stay up during war. You're 53, so you can. Because they'll probably end up running into these guys by accident, which I am absolutely A-okay with. But because we're blocking their main port, I don't think they're going to have that many ships out and about. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Alrighty, so let's keep on keeping on. New Holy Roman Emperor, that's fine. Not a big deal for me. If you could hurry up... I don't care that the Ottomans are in the coalition against us. That is absolutely irrelevant. If you could hurry up and land in Sevastopol for me, please, that would be great. Thank you. Then you two are going to come back and get picked up together. I don't want to merge you, though. Attach to transport. Attach to transport. And then you are going to both come into the Gulf of Odessa again. And you're just going to land in Crimea. And the transport ships, even though they're doing the job of ferrying the troops over, they will count as the blockade on the level 2 fort, which is pretty useful. Yeah, just as we expected, the trade fleet is trade fleet on trade fleet, but our trade fleet is twice as big as theirs, so I am not worried about that whatsoever. Sevastopol has already fallen. So we can go straight to Maykop. Lots of level 2 forts in Russian territory. I guess they're trying to save money. Yeah, they just ran away. That's pretty normal. Trade fleets against trade fleets tend to be a pretty passive battle. Okay, you are the first stack here. So where are you going to go? I'm going to have you start running up to... Okay, that's a level 8 fort. That's going to take a lot more work. Okay, we still don't have open borders. That's fine. You can probably start coming over this way. I don't need to keep waiting and ferrying troops back and forth. Yeah, once you come over, you're going to go into the Sea of Azov and just cause harm for the Russians, practically speaking. That's just all we're looking to do. There's not much more clever than that going on. Well, General died, but he died in a place I don't really care about right now, so we're not going to bother replacing him. I am going to take another stack over. just so we have them ready when they come over. Staggering our troops out so we don't get attrition too badly. Because like I said, I think most of Russian troops... First of all, I think a lot of them are over here. And secondly, I think they'll attack the Timurids first. Actually, I'm banking. So yeah, there's a fairly big Russian stack. I'm going to go say odds on that they're going to deal with the Timurids first, who have just pulled out another batch of troops out of their backside, I guess, because they had no manpower. But we do probably want a stack. Wow, you're a great general. We need to get you doing things. Wow, you're going to take the world's most enormous route, I guess. Well, let's have you start going that way to assist the Timurids. Yeah, we want to try and make hay while the sun shines. And as soon as these go down, let's spend the points to break the walls. We want to start doing some carpet sieging. You're a pretty mediocre general, so we're going to split you guys into, yep, your 4 relevant stacks. We want you on forced march, though. I do wish it would, if you split a stack, it would default to putting it on march as well, but it does not. We're not going to go too ambitious again yet. But for now, that's what we're going to ask you to do. And there's no shortcut key for autonomous sieging, so we'll just have to do the old button bash. There you go. So they'll split up. They're in big enough chunks that they shouldn't just get insta-wiped by most stacks, but we'll see how it goes. Siege of Maikop is done. Go over to Vladikavkaz. Easy for me to say. But yeah, once these two go down, we can really start flooding a lot of troops in. Yeah, you can infiltrate our administration. That does not matter at all. I guess I have the spare spy. I might as well throw it in. $30k stack. Why don't you come over? Oh, we must have open borders with a jam now. Cool. We love to see that. Yes, we do. Somebody, probably Russia, got open borders with them. That is very helpful for me. So I'll certainly take that. And then we just have to keep watching this area. So Russia's got about 100,000 troops here, about another 100,000 here. The Timurids are probably going to be stupid and not react to it in any way, and they're going to just keep sieging other forts. They should really be beating this stack up. But, again, you can't tell the AI what to do. Even if you point it out, they just don't do it. This 57k stack can come over and help too. Might as well go roughly the same place together. That way we have about 100,000 troops in one group. But they're far enough apart that they shouldn't attrition each other, in theory. Yeah, we can have open borders, that doesn't matter. We don't need this transport fleet here anymore, so you might as well go... Well, you can't get the fleet over to the Caspian Sea, because it doesn't really act like a fleet, like an actual sea zone in this game. It's very weird. So our transport fleet can just go back and hide. Get out of the way, just so it doesn't get ambushed somehow if I'm not paying attention. I don't need a diplomatic insult, CB. I'll just try and improve everybody's relationship, even though they'll hate us forever. Probably won't be that effective, but we'll try. You're up front now, so you're going to get you to go to Ryazan the longest possible way, possibly... No, we'll wait. Go over there. What's the supply limit like? 46? That's terrible. Then again, this is all mountains, so I guess that's not a huge surprise. You go over there. You go there. We'll just try and spread you out a bit, reduce the attrition a little bit. You have no general, so we should probably give you one. Wow. 5664. We'll take that every day of the week. And we can probably spread out our siege locations a little bit. Again, not too ambitious yet. But we haven't really seen any troops in the west, so I think that's a reasonably safe call. We're back to tier 3 Protestant Defender of the Faith. Meh. meh. And I still think we have enough troops over on the west side to prevent, in our case, the barbarians attacking. It is very much like the Roman Empire, isn't it? Feels like we're beating up the Huns that are trying to press into... Well, it's kind of the anti-Huns because they keep pressing east into China, but... Meh. Close enough. Okay. Siege done of Kute. Does that mean we can now come up here pretty quickly? Yes, it does. It's a big stack. I can go there. You can go to Moscow. You have to take a slightly weird route, but it's fine. How weird's your route over there? Quite strange, but we have the time, so go for it. And you can go up there as well. You can't quite get to the siege itself. Okay, so we'll have 2 stacks go over to, yeah, Latgalia. Just because it is a long way away, and we don't want to get smacked too badly. How's the war going on over here? So yeah, so they're still sieging out forts on the Timurid east, while the Timurids have decided what they want to do is mostly siege an area of land that's kind of irrelevant. Again, classic AI doing classic AI things. We'll probably have to come over here with a stack and slow the Russians down. I still don't see where most of their 900,000 troops are, though, which is scary. We've hit the 1 million mark, so we have the giant M in our number stack. I kind of wish, thinking back, if we'd gone for hegemon status with other sides, it would be better. Although, yeah, well, it's not as badly as shown as for the Empire of China. I almost never look at the screen. I forget that it's here. But yeah, in terms of the hegemon screen, I kind of wish we'd gone for military hegemon instead. Because the land attrition is fine, but the movement speed is really helpful, and the siege ability, massive. But it's fine. Everything's fine, probably. Everything will probably be okay. Yeah, so we clearly don't have to go that way. We are much more likely going to have to move to the east with these 2 stacks, so we'll just wander over and see if we can slow the Russians down in any way. Do we have any stacks sitting around not doing anything? Yes, we do. We have 1. Can you go to Ryazan as well? Thank you. I probably want to keep a stack here, just in case they start flooding through, but I don't think it's going to be that one. I think we're going to take a 3rd stack over towards the east side of the Timurid territory. Because I think we'd still be outnumbered otherwise. Well, the Timurids would be. We're really just looking for when forts go down at this point. But for how... Like, Russia's so big, this is only 8% war score. Like, we've taken out, what, like 5 forts, and we're at 8. 8% war score. Where are you moving to? Okay, so I've sent them to go to Human. I just want to make sure we have them all going to roughly the same place. It's going to take them forever and a day. The Timurid territory is pretty big. Ooh, how did you sneak this out? But it is mostly a transport fleet. But it does have a general, like a admiral in it. Should I do something about that? This 90 stack shouldn't be hiding. How many ships do you have? 277? I'm going to split this stack in half. Create a new admiral, who's pretty good. He's not amazing, but he's not terrible. I'm going to see if I can try and pursue that. Siege of Ryazan is done. Move to the capital next for me, please. Where are you both going? Okay, you're going to the same location. That's what we wanted to have happen. You don't have to go to Moscow anymore. You can come over to Revel, which is only a level 2 fort anyway. I'm not even sure we're going to lose this battle, to tell you the truth. Even though we don't have an admiral, our ships are just so much better. Our combat width isn't as good because we don't have an admiral. But our ships are just better. Siege of Cardi is finally done. So where do we want to go next? I'm going to have you go over to human as well. Yeah, it looks like the Timurids are still going to do absolutely nothing in that area. Because why would they? It's only your own territory that's being attacked constantly. Why would you do anything? Yeah. Pretty crazy that our fleet is holding out here. As soon as we send this stack in, they will run away. That is 1,000,000% what they'll do. Oh yeah, we didn't even get there, and they were about to do it. We lost no ships. They lost 8 trade ships. I have no idea where they're fleeing to, though. They're fleeing this way, which is interesting. I don't know where they're going. I don't think it matters all that much. I'm going to send my fleet over to the Gulf of Finland to block that as well. So now we have our 2 stacks. I think they'll be big enough to take anything on that Russia has. Might be a little bit marginal, but I think we'll be fine. Doing better than these cats that are fighting, anyway. Oh, I don't have a dog in this cat fight. Settle down. Just give them a bit of the water spray, try and cool things off a bit. Pet ownership, isn't it marvellous? I know we're in war constantly, but the cats don't have to be. Oh, holy Ayatollah. Anyway. So far, this is going about as well as we could expect. Oh, the Timurids are going to potentially deal with some of the Russian troops. Isn't that jazzy? How many troops do you have here? 132,000. I can't take that on alone. But we should keep close on it. Siege of Oka is done. That is okay with me. I still can't get there because of the fort of Legalia. There's almost no forts in central Russia. But I'm going to see if I can try and sneak Berezov. I might not be able to, but it would be very helpful if we could. Okay, you are moving. You're just being lazy. That's fine. Okay, they moved in 2 stacks. Just ignore the fact the cat's trying to wreck everything in the background. Oh, boy. You're already committed, but I don't want to attack you in a mountain. I don't know. We'll plan this out next episode. It's gone on long enough anyway. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know. Do the old like and subscribe if you did. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go deal with these cats. Bye! Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.